Zhang Yongming was a Chinese serial killer and cannibal who terrorized a small village in Yunnan province in southwest China between 2008 and 2012. In 1979, Zhang was convicted of murder, intentional homicide, and sentenced to death with a 2-year reprieve, a common practice in China that gives a chance for commutation. Over time, his sentence was reduced, and by 1997, after serving nearly 2 decades, Zhang was released back into his community. The government even gave him a small plot of land near his home and a subsistence allowance, a decision that would later be criticized as a grave mistake. Starting in 2008, Zhang began a horrifying killing spree targeting mostly young men who walked alone near his home. His victims were vulnerable males from the local village and surrounding areas. Zhang strangled them, sometimes with his bare hands, other times using tape. After killing, he took the bodies back to his home where the real horrors unfolded. He committed acts of brutal mutilation, dismembering the bodies, burning some remains, and burying others in an attempt to hide the evidence. What shocked investigators and the public even more was what they found during the search of Zhang's home after his arrest. Police discovered jars filled with human eyeballs preserved in wine, an eerie and macabre signature of his crimes. They also found what appeared to be human flesh drying inside his house. It was believed that Zhang fed some of this flesh to his dogs and even sold some to locals at the market, telling them it was ostrich meat. This grotesque act spread fear and horror far beyond the immediate circle of his victims, as innocent people unknowingly consumed human flesh. The local villagers were gripped by panic as several young men and boys disappeared over the years. Parents feared their children might be kidnapped for slave labor, a common worry in rural China. None suspected Zhang at first because he was a quiet man who kept to himself, rarely speaking to neighbors. In fact, residents later said they never thought he was capable of such crimes until the full truth came to light. Zhang's murders came to light in 2012 after the disappearance and subsequent discovery of a 19-year-old victim named Han Yao. This murder case triggered a wider investigation by the Chinese Ministry of Public Security, which sent a team of experts to Yunnan province. Their exhaustive investigation revealed a pattern of killings dating back several years, connected to Zhang. Police collected substantial physical evidence and performed DNA analyses linking Zhang to 11 confirmed murders between 2008 and 2012. Unofficial reports suggested he may have been responsible for as many as 17 killings. His method was consistent: target solitary males walking near his home, strangle them, then kill and dispose of their bodies in horrific ways. The bodies were often dismembered, burned, or buried to prevent detection. Zhang showed no remorse during his trial. When he was convicted at the Kunming Intermediate People's Court, he accepted the verdict and did not appeal. The court sentenced him to death, also depriving him of his political rights for life. The severity and cruelty of his crimes were emphasized by the court, highlighting the especially serious circumstances and consequences. His arrest and trial revealed failures in local law enforcement as well. 12 police officers, including a police chief from Jining County, were removed from their positions for dereliction of duty, accused of neglecting their responsibilities during the years Zhang was active. There was public outrage about how such a dangerous man could remain free for so long, especially after his previous murder conviction. On January 10, 2013, Zhang Yongming was executed. His case remains one of the most notorious in recent Chinese criminal history, earning him the grim nickname the Cannibal Monster of Yunnan.